Have you ever looked at a beautifully embroidered design and just wondered, how did they do that? How does a simple picture on a computer screen become this incredible textured piece of art? Well, it's not exactly magic, but it's close. And today we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify the software that makes it all happen.
Right? That's the million-dollar question. And the answer, the real secret sauce, is a process that's powered by some seriously smart software. This is the bridge that connects your creative idea to the final product. It's literally where pixels meet thread.
So let's kick things off with the absolute key to this whole thing. It's a process called Embroidery Digitizing. And honestly, if you want high-quality, professional-looking results, you've got to understand it.
Okay, think of it like this. Your embroidery machine is an amazing piece of hardware, but it doesn't speak the same language as your computer. It doesn't understand JPEGs or PNGs. It only speaks one language, the language of stitches. Digitizing software is the translator. It takes your design and turns it into a super detailed set of instructions that tells the machine exactly where to put every single stitch, what kind of stitch to use, and when to switch colors. It's the master blueprint for your creation.
All right, so now that we know what it is, the next logical question is, how on earth do you pick the right software? It can feel a little overwhelming, I know, but it really just boils down to a few key things. So let's treat this next part like your own personal software shopping list.
Let's break this down real quick. Number one, and this is a total deal breaker, compatibility. Your software has to play nice with your specific machine, no exceptions. Second, what do you actually need it to do? Are you just doing simple lettering, or are you hoping to do complex, photorealistic designs? Your needs will really narrow down the choices. Third, how are you going to learn this thing? I mean, the best software in the world is useless if you can't figure it out, so look for great tutorials and, just as important, active user communities. And finally, of course, your budget. Prices are all over the map, so it's good to have a number in mind.
Okay, with that checklist in mind, let's get to the fun part and look at some of the heavy hitters in the embroidery world. These are the names you're going to see pop up again and again.
First up, let's talk about Hatch Embroidery. If you're looking for something that's both really powerful and famously easy to use, Hatch is probably going to be the first name you hear. It just strikes this fantastic balance.
Now, what's really interesting is that Hatch is made by Wilcom, and remember that name, we're going to come back to it. Hatch is just praised everywhere for making a really complicated process feel intuitive. They've got different levels of the software too, so you only pay for the features you need, but honestly, the absolute best part is the 30-day free trial. You get to test drive the whole thing, no strings attached.
And speaking of Wilcom, let's talk about the industry standard. This is the big one, the global leader, especially for commercial shops. You know, if you've ever paid a professional service to digitize a logo for you, odds are they were using Wilcom.
Yeah, Wilcom is the powerhouse. It's built for serious commercial-grade work, and it has an incredibly deep toolbox of advanced features. Now, it's not free, but they do offer trial versions so you can see what it's all about. For pretty much everyone in the business, Wilcom is the benchmark that all other software is measured against. But hey, what if you're just starting out, and all that talk of professional grade and powerhouse sounds a little intimidating? Well, that's exactly where a program like Embrilliance comes in. It has a fantastic reputation for being the perfect entry point for new enthusiasts. The whole philosophy behind Embrilliance is making things easy and accessible. Users absolutely love its gentle learning curve and its friendly design. You combine that with some really competitive pricing, and it becomes a no-brainer for hobbyists or anyone just dipping their toes into machine embroidery. So just to put it all together in one place, here's the quick rundown. You've got Hatch as that amazing all-rounder, great for hobbyists who want professional power. You've got Wilcom, the undisputed champ for commercial businesses. And then you have Embrilliance, the super accessible and budget-friendly choice for beginners.
Okay, you've met the main players, so how do you actually pull the trigger and make a choice? It really just comes down to two incredibly simple but absolutely critical steps. First, and I cannot stress this enough, try before you buy. Seriously, the difference is night and day. Buying blind is such a gamble. You could end up with software that's not even compatible with your machine, or that lacks a feature you desperately need. It's a recipe for frustration. But with a free trial, you eliminate all that risk. And here's a little pro tip. When you're on that trial, don't just digitize a simple circle. Find a really complex, multicolor design that's given you trouble before. That's the real stress test. That's how you'll see what the software is truly made of.
And look, this isn't just a friendly suggestion, it is a proven path to success. As the source material points out, countless users have found their perfect software this way. Taking the time to test things out is what leads directly to getting those professional-level results you're after. It is, without a doubt, the single most important step you can take. The second big step is to look beyond just the software itself and check out the support system around it. A program is only as good as your ability to use it, right? So check for the official tutorials, of course. But also, dive into the communities. Look at online forums and Facebook groups. These places are gold mines of information, full of real people sharing real tips and tricks they use every single day.
So here's the real takeaway. Choosing the right software isn't about finding the one best program out there. It's about finding the best program for you. By thinking about your needs, by taking advantage of free trials, and by tapping into all those amazing community resources, you're not just buying a piece of software. You're unlocking a whole new level of creative freedom. We've given you the map, so the only question left is, where will your creativity take you?